guys, today I thought I would do a quick sit down video because I've been doing a lot of vlogs recently, which is my favourite type of video to film. I really enjoy doing the vlogs. However, a couple of people on my Instagram asked if I would do like a little rundown of some of my favourite second-hand designer pieces, and I thought that would be a great idea because obviously kind of my entire wardrobe is almost second-hand now. I'd say a good 90% of my wardrobe is second-hand, and the bits that aren't are either really old that I've had for ages and bought new originally, or they're things like basics. For example, this vest top underneath, I bought this new, but buying a vest top second-hand is kind of impossible because they're like basics that are worn every day, and people either don't sell them or they're like can't sell them because they're worn so much. So moving on to why I want to do this video, it's mainly because, like I say, most of my wardrobe is second-hand, but I feel that I could probably now class myself as a collector of second-hand designer items, especially items that are iconic from the brands or have a story behind them, or from a certain runway. So without further ado, let's look at some of my favourite pieces that I've collected. Okay, so starting off with probably what is my favourite piece that I've ever found second-hand, and that is this pair of Loewe trousers. Now, the day that these came into my life, I was changed. I think, if I am not mistaken, this is one of the first ever designer clothing pieces I bought secondhand. Before that, I'd never seen, and this sounds funny now because I'm about to show you a few items, but I'd never seen much point in designer clothing, mainly because I had sort of like not registered that I could have gotten it secondhand, and I didn't want to like spend that much money on clothing items. So to me, handbags were like the be all and end all. We'll always spend money on handbags. And I just started getting into shoes, designer shoes, secondhand designer shoes. So when I found this pair of Loewe trousers, it really opened my eyes to secondhand designer clothing and what that can add to my wardrobe. Because before that, I was just wearing secondhand pieces from Depop, usually COS or brands similar to that. You know, just high street brands or just handmade items, and then pairing my other designer pieces with that. So this was kind of the catalyst for some of the other items I'm going to show you in today's video. But these Loewe trousers are from the LS18 runway, and they are like, I'll obviously put pictures up of me wearing them, but they are like this balloon shape with a tapered ankle. And then around the top, they've got this fantastic tailoring, and on the back, they've got this huge Loewe badge, basically. And the quality of these is just insane. They are part wool, part cotton, I believe. Oh, 98% wool, 2% silk. So there we go. These are size 36, which I don't know what that is in European size, but they are a bit slightly too big on me, but I wear a belt with them. And yeah, honestly, these really started something in me. The attention to detail on these trousers, like the pleating, every stitch is perfect. The way they sit is unbelievable. This is really what opened my eyes to, like, obviously I knew designer clothing would be better made, but it's really something else. They do need a bit of esteem, by the way. But yeah, absolutely adore those. These originally retailed when they came out in spring summer 2018. These originally retailed for £890, and I paid £190 for them. They came with the tags still attached, just to clarify, so they were brand new, never worn. So I saved a lot of money getting those secondhand. Okay, next up is an item from the Prada 2004 Linea Rossa show. I believe spring summer as well. This item does need a dry clean, by the way. I'm just going to tell you now, it has got some stains because I wore it on holiday and my sun cream rubbed off on it. but I already know that it comes out when I take it to the dry cleaners because it's not the first time that it's happened. So yeah, this is from the Prada Lina Rossa range from 2004. The reason I know that is because it has the original vinyl label, which Prada used to do, and of course it's got the red line on it, which means it's from the Lina Rossa range. And also down this side you can see that, and it has Prada embossed on it there. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. And then down this side we've got a zip feature with a classic Prada zip on there as well. A very, very simple piece. It's just a white silk tank. This is a silk cotton mix. It's absolutely gorgeous. The darting on it makes it sit so beautifully. It's such a simple piece, but just that little flash of red at the side really changes everything. This with a pair of jeans, easy outfit. This with my LS18 trousers, the item that I'm about to show you next as well. This honestly has been one of my most worn pieces from my designer secondhand range. So I'm over the moon about this. I paid £55 for this top. I don't know how much this would have been new, but seeing as it's silk, I imagine over the £150 mark, probably getting on for more £200. So I paid £55 for this at Rebound store in Brighton. And the LS18 trousers are from High Heel Hierarchy in Sutton. But yeah, an amazing piece, timeless. Had to get it for 55 quid because I knew that it would just be a forever item that I would wear so much. Okay, on to my most recently bought item, and this is a pair of culottes from Alexander Wang, believe it or not. Now I know he's kind of cancelled, but I ended up getting these because I figured, you know, the money's not going to him. And secondly, these culottes are from my favourite ever Alexander Wang show, which is the Spring Summer 2014 show. I remember that show coming out when I was, gosh, how old would I have been? 10 years ago, so, well, 9 years ago, so I would have been 16, 17, 17, how old am I? 28? 17. So yeah, I remember that show coming out. I remember that one of the, I think look 12 was my Tumblr profile picture, which, yeah, this runway was one of the runways that really got me into fashion, quite frankly. So when I came across these trousers from it, I was over the moon. I literally couldn't believe it. When I saw them, I knew straight away what show they were from. They have the classic, like, boxer waistband on that was famous from that collection, and on the side we've got this buckle detail. So this bit does up. This is how you get into the trousers. There's also a zip section behind that, and then it's got these buckles on both sides to cinch it in. I wear these on my hip though, not that they aren't high-waisted, and even in the show they weren't particularly high-waisted. They obviously have pockets. And then down the side, we've got the end of the fabric. So when you have fabric on a roll, this is the end of it. And it has a very specific name, which I will put up here now because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But it's got that still attached saying Alexander Wang. So normally this would actually say the maker of the fabric on it, but obviously this is for design purposes. This isn't actually the end of the fabric, I imagine. But it's a nice little touch. And then on the back, we've got two faux pockets. But you can just see that the way that these are designed, they fall beautifully. They are so gorgeous to wear. These are a size 0 as well, which I was over the moon when I got into them, and they were a bit big on me. These are actually wool, which is mad to me because it's 100% wool. Because they're so like light and like floaty, they don't feel like wool at all. You know, considering that my LS18 trousers are wool, they feel like wool because they're ever so slightly scratchy, but these are so soft. So yeah, over the moon finding these. These were originally 85, but Shiv at Rebound did me a deal for £70. I imagine these would have been over the £400 mark when they came out, but obviously we're talking 2014, so I kind of can't imagine what they would have been back then. But Alexander Wang trousers on the website now, because I did a bit of research, are between 450 upwards of £800. So either way, I know that I got a good deal because they certainly weren't 70 quid when they came out. So over the moon with those. Okay, so now on to some shoes, and the first pair that I wanted to talk about are one of my newer pairs of shoes actually, and they are these Valentino rock stud ballerina pumps. So these are obviously such a classic shoe, just a ballet pump in general is such a classic shoe, but to have a pair of Valentino ones is so special to me. These are in a size 38.5 and they fit perfectly. I'm usually a UK 4 or a 3.5 if I'm honest, and these are beautiful. So they are in this like lace applique. They are lined, so it has like a nude lining on the back, so your foot kind of shows through, but it's not like a complete hole. Like these bits aren't just holes, they have a nude lining behind, a little elasticated bow. And then this is the bit that really sold it to me. I really wanted a pair of ballet pumps with a Mary Jane strap. And of course these have the classic Valentino rock stud on top, which really adds a bit of edge to the lace, which is what I love most about them. These came in at, I think I paid £110 for these. And the ballet flats that Valentino have in store right now is £780. Obviously these may not have been, I don't know what season these are from by the way, but they were unworn when I bought them. They're now very worn because I've worn them so much since getting them. In fact, I walked around basically the entirety of the French Riviera in these. I walked through Cannes and Monaco twice wearing these, so these have done many miles, many steps. I was doing nearly 20,000 steps a day in these, so they've really done well. I probably am going to have to get them resold at some point because they are leather soles, so I do need to think about that. But otherwise they have worn beautifully, considering that they are probably quite delicate shoes in theory, but they've been amazing. So yeah, I don't know how much these would have been new because I don't know what season they're from, so I can't really figure that out. But the Valentino ballet flats that are in stock in store now are £780, and I paid £110 for these, for them being brand new. So deal. Okay, I have one more pair of shoes for you and then a handbag to show you. So this next pair of shoes are a very love-hate pair of shoes. I totally understand that these aren't everybody's cup of tea, but these are the Isabel Marant, oh my god, the name has escaped me. Is it Beckett. These are the Isabel Marant Beckett heeled trainers. So there is like a heel in these shoes, so they look like trainers but they come up high on the inside, so they give you a really good amount of height. They've got this nice puffy tongue at the front, which I absolutely love. They're Velcro. These are in like the dark taupe and beige colorway, but you can get these in loads of different colorways. They actually have a pair of these in Harlem store in Hove at the moment in a like mustard yellow with a star on the side. I don't know how much they're selling them for, but I noticed those in the window the other day. I have worn these so much since getting them. They are amazing. Like with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, they just elevate any look, quite literally, because they even give you a bit of height. They look so cool. I understand that they're not for everybody. Some people think these are quite ugly, totally get it. But I remember when these shoes first came out, and I remember like Binky from Made in Chelsea wearing them and stuff like that, and these were just such a cult classic that when I saw them on Vestiaire Collective, I just had to get them. Also, Lara Violetta, who is my favourite YouTuber and Instagrammer, bought a pair of denim ones, which are so beautiful, and inspired me to get these. And then she also bought a pair like this, but her puffy bit is cream, so ever so slightly different to mine. And so she, yeah, totally inspired me to get these. So I was super over the moon when I found them on Vestiaire. And these are still on the Isabel Marant website all these years later. These shoes have been going for a decade now. They are, I believe, basically 500 quid on the website right now. They've ever so slightly changed the way the sole looks on them, but otherwise they're pretty much the exact same design. But yeah, these are £500 on the website now, but I paid 70 quid for these. And they come in the box. I got the box and everything. It's got Dover Street Market tissue paper in it, so the person who bought them knew what they were doing. I've got the whole box and everything. So for 70 quid, and I don't think they were worn when I got them because they literally did not have a mark on them. These are a size 37, by the way. So it just goes to show like the different, because these are a 38.5. So these are like a size and a half bigger in theory. But then I wear these with no socks and they fit perfectly. And then I wear these with thick socks and they fit perfectly. So you know what sizes are like, none of them make sense. But I'm usually a 3.5 or a 4, so these fit really, really well for me. But I do put a pair of thick socks on because the opening at the top is like quite wide. And although it's Velcro, you can't tighten it, if that makes sense. But yeah, 70 quid I paid for these, and honestly, one of the best designer purchases that I've bought because I wear them so much. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is a handbag. Now, I don't actually have many secondhand handbags. If I think off the top of my head, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I've got 4 secondhand handbags. But I've picked out my most used and favourite one to show you, which is my Balenciaga City bag. This is from 2008, so it's one of the original ones. When I bought it, it was new and had never been worn. And I love it. This is originally a £2,000 handbag. I paid £600 for this handbag from Phoenix Style in Wimbledon. And it is unbelievable. I know it's so simple, it's such a cult classic. It's famous for having all these tassels hanging off it. This strap is like definitely just the length of a shoulder strap, but I always wear it crossbody. So I wear the bag quite high up, but I like it like that. As you can see, I've completely decorated it with key rings just because it's a black bag, and I just felt like it needed some colour. So I've got like a key ring from a brand called Idlewild. Is that what it says? Idlewild, which I got from Douse in the Lanes. Then I got this vintage Bloomingdale's key ring that has loads of charms on. I got that from Depop. Then I've got another one from 3 Potato 4, which is a Snoopy key ring, also from Douse. Then, oh god, it's so heavy with all the key rings on. I've got this one that was handmade and personalised for me with my name and all the beads that I wanted, from a brand that used to be called Baby Shroom and it's now called Bead Happy. I'll link all of this down below. Then I've got a Monaco Grand Prix key ring that I just got from a souvenir store in Monaco. And then don't go anywhere without a taut hair clip because these are lifesavers and they also look really pretty on all my handbags. So that's how I've decorated my Balenciaga City, because it is just, you know, a black handbag. The thing I like about this bag is it doesn't say Balenciaga anywhere on it except on the inside. So there's a tag there on the inside that says Balenciaga. The new Balenciaga City bags do say Balenciaga on them now. Also, just disclaimer, obviously I don't particularly support Balenciaga anymore since their campaign. Don't really need to talk about it because I'm sure everybody knows what campaign I'm talking about, and I don't know anybody that's still buying from Balenciaga. I know that they've kind of like fallen apart. So I understand this is probably from a controversial brand now, but this is an original 2008 City bag, and I just feel like, you know, this bag was made way before any of that went down with Demna. So yeah, I still wear it. It's got amazing details on the handle, like this rope detailing, and it's just, you know, it's a classic. It's the thing that put Balenciaga on the map handbag wise. It's their most famous bag that they've ever done, and it's so like slouchy and just like, I don't know what it is about this bag, but I just adore it. Like, I just absolutely adore it. I do sometimes just wear it over the shoulder with the top handle as well. You can just about get away with this. This is in the small size, the original small size. I don't know if this is still classed as their small, because now that they've come out with the Neo Cities, I know that they're much more structured bag. I don't particularly like the structure of them. The reason I like this bag is because it's so slouchy and hobo-esque, so that. But yeah, originally a £2,000 bag, paid £600 for it brand new, so I was very, very happy with that. And that, guys, concludes my top picks from my secondhand designer collection. I will keep doing these videos because although these are probably my most favourite pieces that I've ever bought. I'd love to show you more of the stuff that I've got. I truly feel like I am creating a collection now, and that's such a nice feeling. And yeah, I'm more than happy to show you more of the things that I've bought. So I might do another little video because it's quite nice to just sit down and film. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can keep up with my vlogs and anything else that I buy and add to my secondhand designer collection in the future. Go follow me on Instagram, Rachel of One Hatley. I'd love to have you over there and you can see what I get up to daily. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.